Okay. Hello there. By now, you should have completed the identifying sentence fragments assignment. What we're doing today, or assignment today, is building off of identifying sentence fragments, where now you're going to go back through that assignment, only exercises A and B, and correct these sentence fragments to make them sentences, to make them correct, full on grammatically correct sentences. And just to make sure you have the right ones, I am attaching the answer key and including the answer key in this module. But what I also want to do is go over some examples of how to correct sentence fragments to make them grammatically correct sentences, just so you have an idea of what you should be doing when it comes to correcting the sentence fragments from exercises A and B. So for the first example, and I'm taking these examples from the back 2 pages of that assignment, which you do not have to correct the sentence fragments from those two. Only do pages 1 and 2, exercises A and B. Don't worry about the last two. So the first sentence fragment that I'm going to fix, it is liked clothes that were half one color and half another. Now, right off the bat, if you look at this sentence, it's pretty clear that this is a fragment. It's an incomplete sentence because there's no subject. We don't know who liked clothes that were half one color and half another. We have a verb, we have a predicate, but we don't have a subject. We don't know who liked the clothes. So I corrected this and made it into the sentence, people in the Middle Ages liked clothes that were half one color and half another. This is correct because now I've added a subject. Now we know who liked the clothes that were half one color and half another. Okay. Second example I picked, people often heavy leather belts decorated with metal and jewels. Now the issue with this sentence, we have a subject, but we don't have a verb. We don't know what these people often heavy leather, we don't know what the relationship is between these people and the heavy leather belts decorated with metal and jewels. We don't know because we don't have a verb. There's no action here. So to correct this sentence, we need to add a verb. So this one was actually pretty simple and easy to fix. All I had to do was add a verb. And I went with the easy route, just people often wore heavy leather belts decorated with metal and jewels. But if you were going to get more creative, you could do something like, like people often ate heavy leather belts decorated with metal and jewels. People often burned. All we need is a verb. Okay, last fragment here. We have, although scientists and other workers live in Antarctica for about a year at a time. This one might at first glance seem like it's not a sentence fragment because it has a subject and it has a verb, but it's still not a sentence. It's still not a full sentence. It's a fragment because the one word, although. Since this sentence, or because this sentence starts with the word although, this turns this into a dependent clause. Because by having the word although here, this is signifying that it's going to be paired with another thought that's going to build on this and modify it in some way. So because of the word although, that is a dependent clause. And honestly, the sentence that I just said was also, and it would also be an example of that, where I said because of the word although, that in and of itself is a dependent clause and not a complete sentence. I have to add because this is a dependent clause to make that a complete sentence. So to fix this sentence, to make this a complete sentence, we have to add that modifier. So what I did, I added that modifier. So I changed this sentence to, although scientists and other workers live in Antarctica for about a year at a time, they never adjust to the cold. So there I add the modifier, and that dependent clause now fits and works and makes sense. So it's not that hard to recognize and fix sentence fragments. It does take some practice, and the more practice you get, the better the better you're going to get at it, and the easier it will become. Hence why, again, I want you to do exercises A and B. Take these sentence fragments from those exercises and correct them to make them grammatically correct, complete sentences. Again, only exercises A and B, and only the fragments. The complete sentences you can ignore and leave them alone because they're already correct. So there's nothing to fix there. Okay? I hope this gives you just an idea and helps clarify what your assignment is for today. If you have any questions, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys later.